So we're going to do that. And I'm also going to start the recording to the class. So I'll do that now. Just give me 1 second. Oops. Having slight technical problems here. So the recording to the class is going to start now. Also, of course, you know what I'm going to say. This is my usual speech. If you can't talk, please let us know, guys, in the chat box, so I'm not sort of wasting my time asking questions. So can you guys all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
My screen's behaving a bit strange, but as long as you guys can hear me. Okay, so let's get started with this class. We record all the classes and they're available, of course, on the website. So I'll start the SET recording now. Okay, so this is Friday. We're going to look again at past perfect continuous. We're going to continue past perfect, I should say. And I also said that we would review some of the previous things, but I think I'm going to save that till when we come back after Christmas, guys. So when we come back after Christmas, we're going to review past perfect, verb patterns, and prepositions in a kind of test for you guys. Okay, so please, if you've got time over Christmas, study the previous topics that we've been working on. Today, as I said, it's past perfect. Can everyone see my document here? I hope you guys can see this.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
If it's the right one, Safi, can you tell me, what does it say here?
Review. Number 2, type 1 permitted language. Number 3, type 2 permitted language.
Okay, and I'll talk about that in a second, guys. Let's just begin with this exercise, this warm-up game for predicting the form of the word. So, for example, if I say diagnosis, someone's trying to get into my diagnosis.
No.
Noun. Okay, and then the verb is?
Diagnose.
Diagnose. Right. So this is the noun. This is the verb is diagnose. Okay, if I say something like heavy.
Adjective.
Very nice. Sever.
Adjective.
No.
Verb.
What does it mean, sever?
Cut off.
Completely cut off.
Amputate.
I suppose in OET, you would use that in an OET letter if you were talking about maybe an accident. Like a doctor does not sever. A doctor amputates, right?
A butcher.
This would be the verb that a doctor does. But if a patient has an accident, we would say he had an accident and his hand was severed. Right? It's more for accidents, not doctors. Doctors amputate. Okay. All right. Next one. What about classic?
Article.
Article. Okay. What about something like quickly?
Adverb.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we know it's an adverb?
ly.
Ly.
Usually when you see ly, you know, oh, that's an adverb. What does an adverb do?
Modify the verb.
Yeah, modify or describe the verb. Okay. What does an adjective do?
Modify the noun.
The noun.
Describe the noun.
Right, describes the noun. Okay, so tell me, is this an adjective or an adverb? This one. Yet. Oops, yet.
Adverb.
It's an adverb, Hussein, isn't it? Hussein, can you give me an example of a sentence using yet?
Yes.
Like, we haven't started
Our class yet.
There we go, yeah. We haven't started the class yet. What about, can it be a conjunction as well? Yet? Can it be a conjunction as well as a...
Ellen?
It's an adverb, and it's a conjunction as well. Go on, Fareed.
Started, it means yet qualified the started.
Say that again, sir.
I mean, yet qualified the started.
Yeah, it's strange that it's not next to it, yeah. This is an unusual adverb. It's not normal. But yeah, it's modifying the action. Think of it that way. It's telling us something about the action.
Can I use as a conjunction?
Yeah, and I think Han is here today. She taught me this, or reminded me this. Obviously, I knew it as a native, but yet can be a conjunction as well. You can say, I am wet from rain, comma, yet I will not What? I will not
Go outside.
go outside? What's the opposite of outside?
I'm inside.
Inside,
Hello.
right? Because it's contrasting, right? This is a contrasting conjunction, yet. Do we use yet as a conjunction in OET? Is this a
No.
for OET?
No,
Not
No.
good for OET. Why not? Yet.
it's like informal.
It's formal. It sounds too formal, right? It's actually too formal. Is it possible to be too formal? Yes. Okay. So for example, let me give you another example of too formal, too much formality in OET. Should I say this? It would be greatly appreciated.
Mhm.
It's too formal.
No, great.
More brightly.
According to OET told me that is just a little bit too much. You can say it
Will
would-
they mark you down for it?
Yes, slightly, in a very, very small way. If you imagine that most, the writing test, especially doctors, usually pass. So if you did this a lot, it would be a problem. You have to repeat that mistake a few times, okay? If you did it just one time, it would almost barely affect anything. It's like
So
if I
you-
make a mistake in the exam with right? If I make a mistake with in your writing exam, is it going to really have much effect? No. But if you always make that mistake, then it can be a problem. Okay. Someone had a question quickly. We'll start the class in a second, but someone was going to say something.
Yeah, Alan, so we can just use it would be great.
It would just say it would be appreciated.
Okay.
It would be appreciated. If you say it would be great, that's very informal, actually.
Oh,
So that's actually, it changes to informal. It would be appreciated is formal, and it would be greatly appreciated is too much formality. Okay.
okay.
All right, guys. So today we're going to look at past perfect again. All right. And we'll do a quick review of that. If you want to ask me some questions, feel free to ask me questions here. Then we're going to look again at type 1 and type 2, which we spoke about yesterday. But I want to talk more about permitted language. What does that mean, permitted language? Permitted language.
Asking permission.
That would be permission language. But what I mean is this. For example, guys, can I say a go in past perfect? What did we say?
No.
No.
No, you can't. Okay. So we should not say a go. So that's not permitted. Okay. In this tense of past perfect, there are lots of phrases that you should not use. And there are some phrases that maybe you did not think about and you can use them. Okay, so we're going to focus on what language is permitted, what is not permitted. Okay, so let's get started. Anna, did you see the class yesterday? Sem, did you see the class yesterday? If you could put your microphones on, or we could have Rima, one of those three. Please, if you could say hello. No? Okay, let's try Atik. Lucinda? Yeah, thank you, Lucinda.
Yes.
Lucinda, so yesterday we spoke about past perfect. What is past perfect? Do you remember?
Yes, it's
So
a tense that can indicate an action that happened, like past of the past.
Oh, that's amazing. Almost verbatim, right? So you studied this. Excellent. A tense that indicates an action. By the way, guys, what does indicate mean? Everyone? Indicate?
Indicate,
Explain.
show.
Describe.
To describe.
In this sense, it means like communicates, I suppose. Communicates or describes. Yeah. Hussein, you said described. Yeah. And Lucinda, you said that is the past.
Of the past.
Remember past of the
Past.
okay. So this is the key. This is the key idea. And yesterday I showed you this example. We had on the 12th of March, Mrs. Jones reported that she had experienced symptoms of I can't see my screen here, headache. Okay, here. Where is past perfect?
She
Had
had
experience.
Had experience.
How do we make past perfect, everyone? We need subject plus.
Had
Plus had plus verb.
and verb 3.
Do we ever say has? Can I say
No,
has?
it will be had.
No.
No,
no,
it's
no.
present
Not
Past
for
perfect.
equal past, right? With past, it's only had, only. Okay. What's this then? We also looked at this.
Reporting.
Yeah, I'm going to call that reporting speech. And then what else? What's this one here?
This one is date.
Date.
And we also looked at some extra verbs, right? We can say reported. Yeah. What else can we say?
Statement.
Stated. Informed.
That's what we say.
Stated. Informed.
Now, if it's informed, we need to not forget that we need.
Me.
Okay. So informed requires an object.
Told me.
Ones don't. Okay. So don't forget that, guys. I'll put it in yellow here to remind you. Okay, so this structure, this sentence is used very often by doctors and nurses to talk about what kind of situation, what's happening here.
Consultation.
Yeah, consultation in the past, right? When the symptoms started what? They started
In the past.
And the past.
Earlier.
Before, before now.
That makes sense, guys. This lady, what's her symptoms here in this example?
I feel dizzy, yes.
Right?
Dizziness.
Okay, let's say that this is the date here would be 19th of June. Okay, that's the consultation day. When did her dizziness start?
In the past.
17 June.
Before this.
Yeah, maybe then 15.
June.
Before this, right? So the idea is this is already past. This is past one. Okay, and then but there is something before that, and that is past perfect, right? That's why we use past perfect, and we spoke about this yesterday. It's the past of the past. Does anyone have any quick questions? Because we already.
Ellen, we can use this in the listing.
You can use any tense with listing, so you can. Just be careful not to make mistakes, but you could use it with listing, yeah. Because any tense is permitted when you're making a list. Any other questions? Put your hand up if you've got a question. Does it make sense? The past perfect, past of past, we use it to talk about consultations, and it's subject plus had plus verb 3. Yes, Nisha, go on, please.
Oh, sorry, Alan. I was struggling to make some sentences in past perfect when I was trying to write a letter. For example, if I have a patient, we don't say patient, if Mrs. Jones had a fracture in 1997.
Okay.
And he has been diagnosed with osteoarthritis as well. For example, if I summarize this, Mrs. Jones had a fracture in her right arm and she has been diagnosed with osteoarthritis. Can I do in this?
Had been.
Yeah, the reason I don't think so, because you've only given me one past. I need 2. So is there something else that happened before this?
Oh.
Right? Let's say in 1995, right? Let's say she had, I don't know, car accident.
Diabetes.
Now you can begin to talk about it, right?
Yeah. You mean, we use past perfect. This had, for example, is past perfect, and we can use only if it's past in the past.
Yeah, past of the past. So there's 2 actions in the past. Yeah, exactly. Right?
But only one, for example, 1997 fracture. We need to do in just past simple.
Past simple, or you could use present perfect, depending on what you're trying to say.
Okay.
So, for example, with diagnosis, you can use present perfect sometimes. Not diagnosis. You with a condition, You could use present perfect, but yeah, not past perfect, okay?
Not
Because
past
you
perfect.
need two actions, two past events. Okay, great question. Any other questions quickly before we move on? Because we're going to review this now anyway, so you'll see another example of this. Everyone okay with this?
Sorry, Alan, you mentioned that some cases we are not using had, so you mean we are not using in participle clauses also?
I can't remember saying that. I remember lots of people were saying
because when it is add, we just write having, we change with having, not with having.
you could use it. I don't want to go into it, but you could say having had, something like that. You could say having had a stroke. But it's going to confuse people if we start talking about past participle clauses as well. Okay. One thing that a lot of people were doing yesterday is this. People were saying she reported that she had I don't know, a headache. What's wrong with it?
The first form of the verb is
Simple
not
past.
If I just say had, that's what tense is that? Had.
Simple past.
past. Simple past.
And if I say had,
Yeah, that is right.
can I say had? Is that right?
Yeah.
Totally natural in English. It's a bit crazy, but we just double the word.
And
OET, you're always
Experienced.
I was going to say, you always do this in OET, guys. Had or had experienced. It's almost 90% of the time. If you're talking about symptoms, it's one of those two. Okay. Now, today, though, I want to go into more detail about words that we can and cannot use. Okay. You've got to remember that in the perfect tenses, there are some time words that we should not use. Okay. So let's do it type 1, type 2. Yesterday, we spoke about type 1 and we spoke about type 2. Does anyone remember what I said was type 1 yesterday?
Earlier.
Continuous. So let's just quickly review this and then we'll talk about what words can you use, what words can you not use. Okay. So let's do it from the very beginning. What is this? Everyone? Timeline. Okay. And then where are we writing our
No.
Now.
here? This is us. We're writing our letter on exam day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is one past action, and this is the second past action, right? So this is now. What's the date today, guys?
22nd.
Let's imagine that someone had a consultation with you on, I don't know, 10th, right? Or yesterday. Why not yesterday? 21. Okay. And let's say that we need a symptom that is going to be continuous symptom, right? Remember I said that?
No.
Is a fall a continuous symptom? Fall.
No.
Is a cough maybe a continuous?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's say that since the 5th
cough
of December, let's say cough. So how long has she had a cough for?
6
days.
from 15 to 21.
Well, be careful. On this day, we know that she had a cough 6 days. Does she have a cough now? If we're going to use past perfect,
We don't know.
Okay. So let's say there's this cough, guys, that started on the 15th of December. I'll put cough here. Okay. And it's continuous. So let's be clear about what that means, continuous. What does it mean, guys? Continuous.
Still ongoing.
In progress.
Going. Another word meaning continuous.
Continue between two actions.
Not stopping. I mean, it can even also mean repeating, I guess. Coughing is like a repeated action, isn't it? It's the same idea. It's ongoing between these points. Okay. Is it ongoing to now, the cough?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know, sorry.
All we're saying is that we do know between these two times it was ongoing. Okay. So let's make a quick sentence. All right. Can I speak to Farouk? Could you help me with this?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this one, right? I'm going to change this to 6 days. Okay.
In for 6 days.
So,
Okay.
let's change this here to 21. All right, and this to 15. Okay, so guys, listen to Farouk. She's going to make a sentence using reported speech and past perfect. Can you do it, Farouk?
Yep, on 15th of December.
Guys, is it 15th or
21st.
21st?
First.
Okay, yeah, reported.
21st.
Okay, yeah, 21st of December. Yeah, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, inform me.
Yeah, inform me. Good. Me. Good. Inform me
That
that
she
had
had
She had
experienced,
Had.
experiencing, she had been experiencing, sorry.
well, that's not
We
past.
had experience.
Talk about that in a minute, though. We can say that.
Okay, it's continuous, I mean.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, though, because it's not past.
Okay, okay.
perfect. Simple.
Had an experience, cough,
A cough.
60.
for
For 6 days.
6 days.
Guys, can I say a go?
No,
No.
No.
Okay, so we're just going to say for 6 days. Okay. Is this correct? Did she make a mistake?
She had been experiencing.
Correct.
She did not make a
Yeah.
mistake. It's fine.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
someone is saying she had been experiencing. Okay. Is that past perfect simple? She had been experiencing.
Continuous.
So it's continuous.
continuous.
Now, can I use this, Andrea? Is it okay to use that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? In type 1, it's okay. Is it okay in type 2?
No.
It's not. Okay. So you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful. Think about the symptom. Is the symptom continuous or not? If it's continuous, then you can also say she had, guys, she had been experiencing a cough, right? Been experiencing. Okay, quick question. Someone's got a question. Yeah.
It's me again, Alan. Sorry. When we say she had experienced cough for 6 days, does that mean that she's not experiencing anymore? It has been.
That's what I was saying. So remember what I was saying? I was saying, guys, do you remember what I said?
We don't know.
We don't know. All right. That's a really important.
It's not clear.
I'm glad that you asked. Was that Niger? Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. And
So just to be clear, guys, this tense, it's not talking about now. It's only talking about this. So maybe she has a cough now. Maybe she doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Okay, Niger. Now, if you use present perfect,
we know that it's good.
then we can know that she has a cough now, possibly. Okay. But this is not present perfect. It's, guys, what are we studying? Past perfect. So it's only these two, only this time. That makes sense?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, that was a good question. More questions I'll take, but I want to get into this idea of permitted language now. Permitted. Anyone got any other questions? Okay, let's talk about permitted language. Is this tense permitted? Yes, it is, right? Present perfect continuous is permitted, this here. Is a go permitted?
No.
Right, I keep reminding you, right? We cannot say a go because a go, what does a go mean? Think about it. What does it mean?
Before.
It shows the finish time.
Finished in the
It's from
past.
now. It's from now, isn't it? A go is from now, right? The class started 32 minutes ago. So from now into the past, the class started, right? So we cannot use that because we're talking about this. We're not talking about now. So we cannot say ago. Can I say earlier in one? I think yesterday I said it was okay, but can we say it like this though? Earlier. 6
No.
days earlier. 6 days earlier. Can I say that? 6 days earlier.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Last.
We used earlier only type 2.
Yes.
Usually it would be better for type 2, yeah. I could say it like this though. I could say had experienced a cough earlier, but now I don't know when. I don't know the 6 days, right? So usually in type 1, usually you don't need earlier in type 1, okay? You can do it, but let's just keep it simple. What
And
other
prior?
words can we say? Yes, go on, think about it, guys. Are there any other words you're worried about using?
Prior.
Prior. Okay,
Yeah.
so 6 days prior, guys. Can I say that? 6 days prior.
No, previous week.
6 days prior. Like
No.
that.
Yes, we can.
Can you do?
No, can't.
No, we can't.
But good question, because this is what we need to understand. You can't say prior. Can I say since and for?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, I can
No.
say since. I can
No.
say for,
No.
Yeah.
No.
because
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
continuous between these two things, right? Look,
Yes.
this is a duration. So we can say for 6 days. Or I could say, guys, I could say since.
15.
Since 15 December.
Does that make sense, everyone? So since and for are very, very good. No ago, probably no earlier, no prior. Anything else?
Time, exactly time when we mentioned
You
days. For example,
previously.
days.
Yeah, can I say
Previously.
in 1997? Can I say that? Can I say in June?
Yeah.
No, I
Previously.
have to say she had been experiencing a cough in June. Maybe, actually. Wait a second. Let me just change this back to experienced. Can I say in June or on Wednesday? Can I say things like that?
No.
She had experienced
No.
on Wednesday. I think we
Not
can't.
exactly.
Can't, can we? Why not? Why can we not say on Wednesday?
Exactly.
Guys, it's always the same idea. This is continuous. So why can I not say Wednesday?
Because that's a specific time.
Right? I could say from Wednesday to and 5 days later, right? I could say that, but you can't say in June on Wednesday, right? So these kind of things, I'm going to say maybe you could say in June, but you definitely can't say on Wednesday. Okay, and in June I'll put a star here. Maybe we could do this, but definitely not on Wednesday. Think about it. You guys ask me now. Are there any phrases that you might want to use here about time? Mrs. Smith informed me that she had experienced a cough. What about this, guys? You tell me if this is okay. Mrs.
Winter.
Smith informed me that she had experienced a cough. Okay, listen to this. What about this? Over the last 6 days.
Yes, that's
say
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, Hussein, because it's over means
Duration of that time.
duration word, right? So over in green, guys, we can say over. Anything else?
Can we use for the
Previous.
previous?
So let's have Khalida, go on.
What about the previous? We can use previous or?
So experience a cough 6 days previous. What do you think, guys? 6 days previous?
For the previous 6 days?
Previous 6 days.
Can I say can I say previously?
No.
Should
No,
add
it
word,
doesn't
but
sound
not-
natural, and it suggests that it's starting. It doesn't suggest duration. Who's someone gave me another example. What did you say? Who said
Winter.
previous? I'm going to say as no, unless you can give me another example. Anyone else? Previous?
No.
What about this? Okay, one more. This is it. I've got a list here of all.
last.
Well, I could say over the last. Right? Over the last blank days. Yes. Can I say this is the key one? This is the key one. Can I say in the last? Can I say
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
This is like a
If both sides are
yes and no. Yes and no.
No.
What does it mean in the last? Think about it.
I mean, it's a continuous time as well.
But
Yes,
it
yes
sounds
and no.
like
Yes and no.
after these days, we don't have this. It doesn't. It's
If
not.
I said
Almost. I'll teach you guys now. I'll teach you guys all. So listen to this. So in means inside, right? In is inside. So inside what?
the last.
Somewhere, maybe on one day inside here. Does that make sense? Maybe here. Get the idea, guys? Maybe there could even be two. So in the last means inside that time.
Between the
Yeah, inside.
Inside that period. But then
I don't recommend using it. Don't use it, guys. It's so specific. It means inside that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
but could it be every day on that period?
Is it
Not
like
not every day. No, it would only be some of the days. Great question. Only some of the days inside that time.
Okay.
So that's a very specific thing, isn't it, guys? Some days inside that time. I think probably you don't need to use that in your exam. Okay, but if you're really good at grammar, why not? Okay, you could probably do this. Mary's here.
and
Really good people here. Andrea, you could try this. Andrea, you'd be able to deal with this. Yeah, question. Go on.
can we use during that time or
You can. Yeah, I knew there was one. So can I say during? So
during?
she had a cough during the last. That would be no. That again would be a bit like in. That would be,
In last.
yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's like the same meaning. At some point inside. So
But
you don't need these. I think you don't need these, guys.
Mm.
Okay. Stick with since, for, over, and over the last. And also you can use that tense.
and
Don't
also
make
we
it too
can write
complicated.
sometimes, sir.
So,
One
Time.
second. Zainal's got his hand up. Go on, Zainal.
Mr. Allen, this rule will works for just for present past perfect or past perfect continuous same. These all rules.
Great question. What a great question. Yeah, it should work for the continuous tense as well. So
Thank
I could say she had been experiencing headaches over the last 6 days. Okay, or she had been experiencing headaches for 9 days. So yeah, purple means difficult. Don't use it, but it's not wrong. Okay, let's do some exercises. You can ask me questions in a minute. I want you guys to write me some sentences, number 2, number 3, number 4. But I'd like you guys to try and use some of the language in green. Is that okay, everyone? So write me sentences. But why don't you, if you feel confident, you could try to use this language as well, the green language. Is that clear, everyone?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
start writing in the chat box. Write me 3 sentences here. I'll take questions in a minute if we just focus on this. So, for example, can you use over in this one? Or you could try over the last, something like that. Ah, there's one more as well. Put it here, you can try it. This is probably better than last. Previous. That's okay. That one's actually okay. All right, so just quickly some sentences here because we're going to have to move on in a minute. So Khalida, she stated that she had had a fatigue for 2 weeks. Is good. So you've got 4 here, Khalida. Why don't you try over the last 2 weeks, you could say, right? Andrea, she stated that she had felt fatigue since the 12th. That's okay. Again, try to use some of the other green language if you want. Atik, Mrs. Green stated that she had had fatigue for 2 weeks. This is good, Atik. And then we've got Rima on 23rd of April. Mrs. Smith reported that she had experienced fatigue over the last 2 weeks. Yeah, Rima, you've got it. I'm going to copy paste yours, Rima. Okay, that's it. Good. And there's a small error here. Can anyone see the error? We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, we'll talk about that later. So keep going. Emma, that looks good. Savinch, that looks good. No comma, Savinch, please. I don't know why you're putting a comma here. It's absolutely never do that. Okay. Totally wrong. She had a fatigue. You can say she had had fatigue. She had experienced fatigue. But over 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, Abigail Burkan. Mohammed, good. She reported. Actually, wait a second. Safi, she reported fatigue for 2 weeks. No, Safi, that means that she is speaking for 2 weeks. Is she speaking for 2 weeks? Safi? No. The condition is for 2 weeks. Burhan, Mrs. Green stated that she had had fatigue for 2 weeks. Good. Hussein, stated fatigue for 2 weeks again. So Safi and Hussein, what's wrong?
Yes.
Hussein, what's wrong with your sentence here?
Just wrote on
Stated
12th of December, she stated fatigue for
That.
these 2 weeks.
That. State that.
you forgot, Hussein and Safi, that she
Had
Can anyone
experience.
had
She had
experience
experience.
or had fatigue since 2 weeks, Hussein, as well. Is it since or for?
4.
Or
So just be careful with that one. Zainal had been experiencing. Good. Anyone on number 3 here? Yeah, Farouk. Yeah, had felt fatigue. That's okay. Had experienced Edda. Good. Ola had experienced fatigue. Let's get some for the next one. So Rima, on 18th March, Mr. Jones stated that he had had a weight loss. Okay, almost here, Rima, but nice try. It was almost correct. Keep trying, guys. Keep practicing. If anyone can try number 4 quickly. Andrea, Emal. Anna, if you want to try this one as well, Anna. Don't know if you're working today. Just seeing you there.
Can I ask a general question, Rada?
Sorry, it's not a good time right now. We have to finish this exercise, okay? So just remember it, and I'll take it in a second. Okay. Okay, so anyone with blurry vision? Aha, Khalida, she's got there. Very fast, Khalida. Okay, so guys, stop there. I know some of you haven't finished, but I've been looking at your writing. Oops. I've been looking at your writing just to see quality. Generally, we're all doing very well here. I think we all understand this. Let's just have a look at these quickly, and then we're going to move on to type 2, because I've got 15 minutes, and I think we will run out of time if we're not careful. So, can everyone see this? Is this big? You all see this?
No.
Okay, now let's think about any problems we might have here. So on 23rd of April, Mrs. Smith reported that he had experienced fatigue. What's wrong here?
PH.
No.
Yeah.
no speech and off.
PH. And
off.
after
Yeah.
the April, comma.
So Sharima, we say of.
Yeah.
It's very strange in letters, but that's the style. So on 23rd of April, Mrs. Smith reported that she had experienced fatigue over the last 2 weeks. Correct? Correct.
23rd?
It's RD, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
RD.
And also it's the wrong dates anyway, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Sorry, RD. RD, yeah. Okay, so that one's good. Next one, 8th and the 18th. On 18th of March, Mrs. Jones, what do I need here, guys?
Comma.
Comma. Always a comma here. Stated that. Do I need a comma here?
No.
Savinch, do I need a comma here?
I will try to write quickly.
No, but I'm asking you because you believe this error, right?
No comma.
And it's not just a random error. This is I see this error all the time from many students, okay? Don't put a comma here. Just never, okay? Mr. Jones stated that he had had a weight loss. A weight loss?
No, weight loss.
Weight loss.
Had lost.
It's just weight loss. During 3 weeks. Can we say during?
No.
No.
Don't do it.
Oh,
Over.
Over the
In
last
present
over
perfect, we can use it. In
the
present
last
perfect.
3 weeks. Yeah.
3 weeks.
10
Or,
days.
or if you want, I didn't mention this. This sounds really good. It sounds
Three
now
weeks, yeah.
over the previous probably sounds better than last.
Mm.
Okay, so next one, 10th. What's wrong with this? Or maybe there's nothing. I don't know.
Today.
On 11th of June, Mr.
Over the
Yeah,
previous.
you get it.
Blurry vision. Yeah, no, good. So it had blurry vision over the
Today.
Previous.
From
day
yesterday.
previous.
Yeah.
If it
over
was
the previous.
yesterday, we could say yesterday. Is there anything else we could say? If it was
Over the last 2 days.
Today.
the previous day.
Day.
Right, you could
Sure.
say that if you want, the previous day.
Mm.
On
And
the
since
day,
yesterday.
on the previous day. Interesting.
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday, possibly. Yeah, possibly that would be
Yes.
okay as well. Okay, now I won't take questions because we've got 10 minutes to do type 2. Okay, I'm trying to be as clear as possible, and also this is the second day now of studying this. Don't use these words. That's it. Okay, you can use these. Now in type 2, it's going to change. It's going to completely change. Well, not completely change, but there will be some important changes. What is type 2? Can anyone remind me? What is type 2?
Action finished.
Past action finished.
Action finished.
Yeah, give me examples of conditions that are finished actions.
A fall, a car accident.
All the car accident, broken leg.
Yeah.
What else?
Surgery.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Something that happens only once. What about cough? Is a cough finished?
No.
No.
If it was finished, why would you go to the doctor, right? It's not finished, yeah. So let's again look at this. What's the date today, guys?
22nd.
22nd.
And let's say in this example, let's say it's the 19th, okay? And let's say that 4 days before this, so 15th, what happened?
Car accident.
If you notice number 1 here, I'm doing number 1. Yeah, exactly. Let's say accident, car accident, okay? Put your hand up if you think you can make a sentence for me. Anyone, just put your hand up on Zoom and I'll... Okay, Burke, okay, can you make a sentence using past perfect and reported speech? Go on, sir. So on... Okay.
On 19th December,
Yeah.
Mr. Jones reported that
Yeah.
he had a car accident.
Okay, now, he had a car accident?
He had.
Had.
Yeah. A car accident. What's next? 4 days.
4 days
4 days early.
Early. Okay. So in type 2, you can sometimes use it in type 1, but let's just say to be simple, it's much safer to use it here. Earlier is good. Very good here. Very natural. Ago,
No. No.
cannot use it. Okay. So no, ago. What words can we use and what words can we not use? Think about it now. Can I use perfect continuous?
Yes.
No.
No. No.
Finished action.
Because
I cannot use it now. Look, because it's not a continuous action. I cannot say he had been experiencing or been having a car accident.
No.
No.
That means it's ongoing for 4 days. So definitely
Slow
not.
motion.
Yeah, slow motion car accident. That's what it means. Maybe if you're writing a Hollywood movie or
But
something.
the effect is still present.
Yeah, but this is past perfect, not present perfect, right? Hussein, when you talk about the effects being present, that would be usually present perfect. Okay.
Alan, can we use for 4 days early?
No.
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 Or before.
Yeah, we can't use for. We can't. So there's no for because there's no duration, right? There's no since. There's no duration. It's not this one, is it? This is continuous. It has duration. So instead, We can just say earlier. Is there anything else we can say?
Previous.
Probably say previous. Yeah, that's right, sir, because it means the same.
Prior.
But we need to be careful with this. I need to give you some examples.
Mm.
Prior. I'm not sure.
In the last.
Is prior. Yeah,
No.
prior is okay. In the last.
In the last.
No, I think.
No.
We'll talk about that one. It's the answer is yes and no, because in is a strange meaning. Okay, but let's just go through this slowly, guys. I think these are the main ones. Okay. Let me just demonstrate this. Here I'm using earlier. Can I say prior? Can I say prior?
No.
Yes.
In Greek?
Yes.
You can say that. I think probably
Yeah.
better would be prior to that.
Yeah.
Or prior, but you can say prior as well. We can also say prior to that. Can I say?
Can we bring 4 days prior at the beginning of the sentence?
Previously.
Oops. Can I say previous or should I say previously here?
Previously, maybe.
I should 4 days previous. It doesn't sound very natural, this one, but you can do it if you want. Okay, but probably actually I don't like that. It's not very natural sounding. Better earlier. Okay, questions. Farid, you got a question? Is it if it's about this? Then yeah. Go on, sir.
No, by mistake, I think.
More general. Okay. Anyone got any questions? Do you understand what we're saying here? This is a finished action, doesn't continue. So we can't use since, can't use for, no ago, right?
Sorry, Alan, can we use time? For example, at 9 a.m.
I was waiting for someone to ask me that. What do you think, guys? Can I say, for example, let's do here, Farouk, let's do this one together. On 3rd, okay, April, whatever. Mrs. Smith stated that what?
That he and that she.
Oh, I've not put anything in here.
Doesn't matter. We make something. We make
a fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Broken a leg.
She had. Let's just say had a fall. Okay, had a fall.
A rush is also continuous.
But whatever.
And day prior.
Rash is continuous. This is not continuous.
Yeah, not coming. Yeah, I know.
Now, can I say? She's saying, guys. She's saying, can I say like at 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Right. In present perfect, you can never say that in present perfect, but in past perfect you can. You can say at 9 a.m. You can also say on.
So n.
Right. You could say on Wednesday, but the reader doesn't really know when that is. So you could say on the previous Wednesday. Might be good.
On 9 a.m. Wednesday. Also we can.
Yeah. It can be the same day, right? At 9 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. Right? So all of that language that we use, what do we normally use in, on, and at for? Past simple. Right? You know, in past simple, if I say, when did you say, oh, I did that at. All of the past simple stuff, like on Monday, in June, blah, blah, blah. You can use it in type 2. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use it here?
No, because it's continuous.
Between those dates, right? So you can't use any of those because this is just saying a specific one time, isn't it? Not duration between. So it's okay here, not in the first one. All right. Everyone in this group, just help me write this because we're running out of time. So 7th, inform, ankle sprain, 3 days. Everyone together on
7th May.
7th June.
May,
June.
Mrs. Smith
informed me.
Guys, yeah, you remembered, right? So informed me that
He
had sprained
ankles.
No. And ankle.
3 days prior.
Ankle sprain.
What about this? 3 days ago.
No. 3 days earlier.
Earlier, yeah.
Now, you can say had a sprained ankle, but did you guys know that sprain can be adjective or it can also be verb?
If
I could
we
say
don't
he had
use article,
sprained, right? What does it mean to sprain? This is a good one because this happens, it's a common injury.
Luxation.
Yeah.
No, it's like you know when you twist suddenly.
Twist, yeah.
Twist.
That's a sprain. So a sudden movement damages the muscle or the ligament.
tendons.
So we it's a very strange verb or adjective, sprain. Okay.
I don't think we had
I'm going to take a few questions now, and we've only got 1 minute. But if I give this for homework, do you guys want to try these? Yeah. You can email number 4 and number 5 to me over Christmas, and I'll try and get them back to you next week. So I'll be doing a bit. I'll be in the office, but just no classes. So guys, do number 4, number 5. Send it email. Take a photograph now, so you can.
It's
the detail.
Christmas homework, yeah.
Just 2 sentences. You can do this in Hussein 5 minutes for you probably. Okay, quickly some questions. Fareed, you've been very patient, sir. So if you want to ask, that's okay.
No, everything is clear now.
Okay, and Ismail, question?
Yes, I have a question. Thank you. Is it possible to use the for with as we used the earlier prior to that if used before?
Great question. Can I use before? I think not. 4 days before. You could say before that. But you need to use that.
Okay, thank you.
So 4 days before that.
Or before he came to clinic.
Yeah, that's what it is. This pronoun is saying clinic. So you could say he came to our clinic. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And I'll leave this here to remind you guys. You could say like this. Sounds quite natural. All right. Okay, I'm going to finish that. I'll be back doing grammar in January. There's a couple more weeks with me, and then Paul will take over in about 3 or 4 weeks, and we'll swap again. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Great relaxing time and a
Happy
good
New Year.
Okay. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, he's so cute. That was cute.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
I know. Good.
Alexi, Happy New Year.
Yeah, likewise, my friend. Likewise for you guys. I'll be working over Christmas.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm working Christmas Eve and Boxing Day.
All right. Well, I hope you have a great time. I know you're working, Lexi, but it's pretty standard, isn't it, for doctors? Hope you have a good time. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Have a lovely period. Bye-bye.
Likewise. Bye. Bye. Bye, little one.
This is really funny, but I can't close the class because of Zoom is being crazy. So Paul will come in soon. Here we go, finally.